Next year is projected to be the largest tax refund season ever. And we're going to be giving back refunds out of the tariffs because we've taken in literally trillions of dollars. And we're going to be giving a nice dividend to the people in addition to reducing debt. We've taken in hundreds of millions of dollars in tariff money. We're going to be issuing dividends later on, somewhere prior to, probably in the middle of next year, a little bit later than that.
This tariff dividend, I love giving money back to the people, but we do have a deficit issue and a debt issue.
So to make this happen, Congress would actually have to pass legislation, and it's not clear if the payments have the support needed to pass it in Congress. Meanwhile, the nonpartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget estimates those dividend checks could cost about $600 billion a year, double what the tariffs are projected to raise. The organization notes that President Trump's tariffs have only raised $100 billion so far, including tariffs that have been ruled illegal.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Patriot Ojeda here. And did you hear that next year's tax season is going to be the biggest one ever? And we're going to get a rebate from the tariffs. Wow. Let's start the celebration early, right?
We're going to pay down debt. We have a lot of money from tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, this nation would be in serious trouble.
Donald Trump's lighting up a cigar and Steve Witkoff is already tearing into the caviar while the rest of us are making room in our crypto savings account, right? We'll all deposit Trump's tariff payout right next to our $5,000 Doge check that's never came. It's the classic Republican carrot before the horse routine. Bribe the gullible that are dumb enough to toe the line, to pull the wagon and keep the whole roller dumpster fire going.
Tariffs, the tariff revenue, money coming in the door, that's good for a government that's running huge deficits. The problem is the big deficits each month are bigger than the tariff revenue.
We can't afford it. I wish you're in a position to return the American public their money, but we're not. We'll have at least a $2 trillion deficit this year.
It's not just that Donald Trump is out here claiming his administration has raked in trillions of dollars from those tariffs. These tariffs he unleashed on the world. It's that he actually wants us to believe the money he supposedly pulled in is so massive, so wildly successful, that he's going to actually share it with all of us. Wow. What a fanciful little bedtime story from the old Tariff Burgermeister, the guy who asks for a hamburger today and promises to pay you back on Tuesday. He's getting everybody all worked up like they just got a knock on the door from Publishers Clearinghouse. Good God, what a scam.
Tonight, another showdown between Costco and President Trump. This time not over politics, but over money. The retail giant suing the Trump administration for a full refund of the tariffs they've paid on imported goods under Trump's tariff plan.
My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day.
The administration used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEPA for short, to put the tariffs in place. But now the Supreme Court will decide whether the use of this nearly 50-year-old law was unlawful. And if the High Court says yes, Costco wants its money back.
And if you believe any of this nonsense, especially the part where he's cutting you a check, I've got some waterfront property in hell. And I'll even throw in a condo at the new Trump Tower on the damn moon. So Orange Daddy Cheeto Puff says all this tariff money he's supposedly raking in is going to help reduce the debt. All that debt he inherited from the bad Biden administration. But don't worry, folks. He's got it all figured out. Because that debt, yeah, it's just peanuts compared to the giant imaginary Scrooge McDuck vault of tariff cash he swears he's swimming in. And if the crazy train couldn't go any further down the tracks, well, buckle up, folks, because it absolutely does. Now, we're all supposed to be getting a dividend. A dividend. Can you hear that, America? We're all getting some money. And you can stick it right next to your fraud, waste, and abuse check from Elon Musk himself. But here comes the big whopping stinker. He actually said that maybe in 2, 3, 4 years, the money rolling in will be so unbelievably enormous that we won't even have to pay income tax ever again. Hooray! The regular people of this country get to live just like the billionaire class. Don't pay income tax, don't contribute to society, just float through life on magic tariff money. Yeah, we're supposed to believe that the guy who tanked the economy in the first place with tariffs is about to eliminate income tax entirely because he's taken in that much cash from the taxes he's raised, and that we're all going to get a slice of it. I mean, seriously, who actually believes this nonsense? These folks have their orange tariff daddy up on a pedestal like he's the poster boy for bad ideas, swearing he's going to bless everybody with magic refunds. Damn, if people really buy this crap, the litmus bar in this country is set pretty damn low. Think about it. Doge checks, tariff checks, crypto miracles. What's next? Flying pigs and free ponies? And here's the part that really fries my brain. Trump imposed the tariffs. He made prices skyrocket. And now he wants applause for giving us our money back? Buddy, you don't get to mug us on Monday and expect a thank you card for returning $5 on Friday. This is Wimpy from Popeye begging for a cheeseburger today and promising to pay us back on Tuesday. And here's where things get real interesting. Costco isn't just rolling its eyes at Tariff Daddy. They're taking him to court. And not over politics, over money. Cold, hard money. The retail giant is suing the Trump administration for a full refund of every single tariff dollar they were forced to pay under Trump's reckless tariff plan. Talk about a liberation day. Meanwhile, Trump is slurring through some announcement at the Whitest House. Yeah, here's the gist. He used the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, a nearly 50-year-old law, to slap these tariffs into place. But now the Supreme Court is stepping in to decide whether Trump even had the authority to use that law this way. And Costco is basically saying, if the Supreme Court rules that this was unlawful, we want all of our money back. And we're not talking pennies here. We're talking millions of dollars. Their lawsuit spells it out in plain English. This act he's hiding behind doesn't authorize the president to just make up tariffs out of thin air. The orders were illegal, just like the boat strikes and everything else that he's put his hands on. And you want to know the wildest part? Costco is basically the good guy here. They're riding out like the knight in shining Kirkland signature armor, a giant rotisserie chicken under one arm, and a lawsuit under the other. Because while Donald Trump has been making everything more expensive, groceries, appliances, lumber, electronics, we're the ones stuck paying the price. We're the ones standing in endless airport lines being yelled at about pajamas and slippers. We're the ones being promised some magical $2,000 tariff check that sounds like an empty promise. And while Trump is out here running an infomercial for all of this nonsense, Costco is preparing a full-blown corporate thrashing in court. Meanwhile, the rest of us are sitting here with a giant bag of Kirkland popcorn we just popped in our Costco microwaves, cheering every damn second of it. Because for once, it actually feels like the big guy is finally getting a taste of his own medicine. So kudos to Costco for stepping up and suing him to get back the tariffs they were forced to pay on imported goods. And the bottom line in all of this, the painful reality, is that yeah, Costco is the first big company to demand a refund. But what that really exposes is the truth everybody already knows. They got the gold mine and we got the shaft. We've got a country that nickel and dimes working families to death and withholds every possible support from the younger generation, while billionaires get to play hero by funneling money through the federal system and calling it charity. And here's the truth underneath all of this. We already have a system for building real support. It's the tax code. If this country had a tax code that demanded a hell of a lot more from the Michael Dells of the world, instead of letting billionaires pick their own pet projects like they're ordering off a menu, we wouldn't be sitting around waiting for fairy tale tariff refunds, fake trust funds, or corporate lawsuits to save us. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.